All right, welcome to This Explainer. Today we're unpacking a trap that, let's be honest, almost everyone has fallen into at least once: the friend zone. We are completely breaking down exactly why being that nice, always available guy completely backfires on you. And more importantly, we're going to look at how setting firm boundaries is actually your golden ticket to building real attraction. So let's dive right into what it means to break the cycle of emotional labor.
Picture this, because we've all been there, right? The phone rings, and it's her. But has she started calling you just to complain about her bad dates, her terrible boss, or just her endless drama? You sit there, you listen for hours, being super supportive, but the second you try to hang out romantically, suddenly she's just incredibly busy. It's a classic pitfall. We assume that being this endlessly available shoulder to cry on will eventually win her heart.
Which brings us to Section 1, the friend zone trap, or what we can call false attraction. See, this whole situation is born out of a massive misunderstanding of how attraction actually works. So many of us think that acting as an endless sounding board is going to make us a romantic priority. You think, well, if I'm just here for her through all the tough times, she'll finally see what a great partner I'd be. But the reality, it's kind of a harsh wake-up call. Being a great shoulder to cry on actually destroys attraction. Instead of building romance, you are literally just sinking yourself deeper and deeper into the friend zone.
Moving right along to Section 2, the emotional labor test and how boundaries get tested.
To really understand why this well-intentioned availability completely misfires, we have to look at something called the emotional labor test. When someone is quietly deciding where to place you in their life, they might start unloading their worries onto you. But notice something absolutely crucial here. They aren't actually asking for solutions. They're not looking for guidance. They are running a test to see exactly how much emotional weight you are going to carry unconditionally, without setting any boundaries whatsoever. At first, allowing yourself to be the place where all this heavy stuff gets dropped feels pretty good. It creates this illusion of genuine closeness, like you guys are really bonding. But actually, scratch that. It is a trap. Over time, it creates a massive imbalance. You slowly stop feeling like a potential equal partner, and you start functioning merely as an emotional container. It totally shifts your role. So you might be wondering, how do you even know if you're caught in this dynamic? Let's get into Section 3, signs you are failing, the brutal truth. You know you're failing this test when you start confusing your mere presence with self-sacrifice. Thinking that absorbing all her negativity is magically going to make her realize your worth. You start frantically trying to fix her mood, basically playing the therapist rather than acting like a high-value romantic partner. Ultimately, letting her stress completely destabilize you proves the exact opposite of your worth. The strangest part about all this, the more emotionally available you become in this totally boundaryless way, the less desired you're actually going to feel. Because the moment she senses you losing your center, she loses respect for you. And this creates a really stark dichotomy in relationship dynamics. On one side, you've got the emotional container. The source material bluntly refers to this as the emotional tampon, which is pretty brutal for sure, but it perfectly describes when you outsource her baggage and get zero romantic priority in return. Her attraction to you just completely fades away. But on the flip side, you have the grounded partner, someone who maintains their own center of gravity no matter what. This takes us to Section 4. Flipping the script through emotional leadership. So what is the exact psychological shift you need to make to escape this trap and reposition yourself as a genuine romantic prize? Well, escaping requires real emotional leadership. First off, it starts with staying stable. You absolutely cannot let her stress become your personal crisis. From there, you simply listen. But you listen without drowning in her perspective and without jumping in to play the hero and rescue her. Sometimes the absolute most powerful response is just letting her regulate herself while you stay perfectly grounded. And crucially, this is the real game changer. If she starts treating you like a therapist instead of a prize, you gently but firmly cut off the emotional dumping. The fundamental psychological principle behind all of this is simple. True attraction requires emotional presence without emotional consumption. People feel the safest and honestly the most attracted when a partner can hear their problems without being consumed or destabilized by them. It's really all about knowing when to genuinely listen and when to confidently take a step back. There's this one striking quote from the source material that just completely hits the nail on the head. A woman who deserves you will not treat you like a dumping ground. Wow. It is a harsh but completely necessary reminder that mutual respect, and actually enforcing your boundaries, is the literal foundation of attraction. It's a real call to action to stop taking on the emotional labor of everyone else at the total expense of your own romantic needs. So as we wrap up this explainer, I really want you to ask yourself, are you sacrificing your boundaries just to be someone's emotional crutch? Or are you standing your ground as a grounded, equal partner? Because enforcing boundaries doesn't just protect your own energy. It is the very mechanism that creates respect and ultimately real romantic attraction. But setting those boundaries is really just step one. What actually happens when someone aggressively pushes back against your new limits? Well, that is a whole different psychological game. Thanks so much for joining me today, and keep staying curious.